Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
What?
No,
oh, snap! Yeah, you're right! Yes! He's here! Oh! He's here! Oh my gosh! I thought you were, like, jagging around there for a second. I was like, oh man, he got here on the spot. Oh.
Hello?
Hey, Joe. You there?
Okay. I'm here.
A little on the quiet side, I think, but yeah.
I can still hear him.
Okay, well, as long as he can be heard, then... Oh shit.
Hold on. To further elaborate what I put.
We got him! Yeah! That's great.
We're talking about Gray Shot, right?
No, not Gray Shot. Hey, look who's online. Look at that online list.
Look who just posted in the Kaiju chat.
Oh. All right. Oh, snap.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. My son.
Brother, yeah.
The Goater. That's our special guest, right?
Yeah, that's our special guest right there. Whoa! Oh man, I am like 5 levels of excited right now. I don't even know.
This is where the fun begins.
Yeah. Fart sounds, gosh darn it.
You guys can't hear my...
Can't hear what?
My fan?
No?
No.
Can you hear my fan?
No.
Okay, cool.
We're not recording yet, right?
Actually, I'm recording right now.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. You might hear noise on my end, because the guinea pig is really annoying.
Gotcha.
Then it's staring at me as I said annoying. It knows them. Yeah, I'm here at the beginning for one.
Dang, Birdman's blind.
Well, he is a bird.
He is old.
Yeah, that's what you get for being old.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear the guinea pig?
No.
Okay, good, because it's crying right now. Like, it's making a lot of squealing noises.
Alright. Let's see.
Well, we're waiting.
Oh, right, yeah. Well, anyway, we'll just get things up and going until they appear in the voice chat. Gosh darn it. Hey. Okay, anyway. Welcome everyone to this month's KWCC. I am your host Kaiju X, and today we're going to be having a very, very special guest on board for today. He's currently, I guess, just kind of scouting the chats right now, so we'll just maybe give him a little bit. May take a while. Hello there. Oh boy. Yeah, oh man, holy shoot. Oh man,
So,
this is...
hi.
Oh boy, this is... Oh man, I'm a little nervous right now. Shoot. Erdan is second banana.
Don't worry.
Of course, right when I start to join in,
Don't worry,
I have to
Kaiju.
go do something. I'll be muted for a bit.
For you for your excitement.
Wait, what?
in case you have second thoughts, I posted something for you.
Thank you, man. Oh, shoot. Anyway. Yeah.
The second best moment in my life, the first being when Nagoto was born.
Anyway, freaking. Oh my gosh. How is this happening? It's clickbait's lesser half. That's great.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my gosh. It's. Oh boy. Oh, man. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. Alright, he said, let's do this. We're gonna do it. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yes. And then it's just.
Oh man, okay. Oh man. I guess. Ah, dang it, Ditto, you scared me. I thought you were him.
He is him. He is everyone.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, because he's the ultimate Ditto, so he can impersonate anyone.
Be you. He could be me. He can be.
Any one of us.
He could be any one of us, including himself.
Ditto transformed into Ditto.
Yeah, Ditto transformed into Ditto. It's freaking dumb. Ah, okay. Oh!
Hey, Ditto, transform into a good version of the anime trilogy.
I'm sorry, that's impossible. Reality bricks. Alright. Is he listening in, or I feel like there's something missing here.
He's being fashionably late.
Fair enough.
That's great shot.
Alright, fair enough. Like how Gray Shot's apparently fashionably late too.
Nah, he's just late.
Well, this further proves that Gray Shot is our guest.
Dig blasted. Alright. Oof. Oh boy. I'd love to say we're keeping everyone. Wait, why am I trying to keep everyone suspense? The title's gonna give it away. Gosh darn it.
Yeah, I wonder who this very special guest is. We can't say yet.
Yeah, I know. The rule of the road is that we can't say anything in the video, but it's gonna be blatantly there in the title after the matter. So it's like, okay.
Nah, we'll just make up a different guest.
I don't freaking guest swap. It's like, what is this? Alright.
Nah, just put Wikizilla on there. Going fit.
All the Wikizilla people.
Voice chat. I think he's on.
Maybe.
Like, Discord, I guess, is now updated with, like, little phone icons indicating whether you're on your phone or not. So...
Well, Joe and Ditto are on their phones, and they're in here.
All right, so...
Oh.
Yeah, the voice chat.
Not everyone uses a computer like we do.
General discussion.
Hey, I gotta update Discord.
Oh, boy.
I'll be right.
Can you get? That's right. Well, he's also told me he doesn't use Discord frequently, so.
Gotcha.
So it's like it should be.
Wow. Wow. Oh my god.
Up there he is. There he is.
Whoa.
Hello.
Oh, hi. Hey.
Hello.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
We can hear you.
Actually,
And
yeah,
as
you're
soon as
coming
I
out pretty
come-
good.
Nice.
So.
All right. Hello, everybody. Hi.
This is happening. Anyway.
I'm your biggest fan.
Oh, my gosh. You guys are too nice.
Oh, shucks. Thank you.
You guys
man.
are losers.
Well, aren't you a loser for being associated with us now?
Absolutely, yes.
That's how it
Stock
works.
is plummeting right now.
Alright, just let me properly introduce you for you. Everyone, this is Monster Island Buddies, or otherwise known as MIB, or as Birdman has said not 5 seconds ago, Clickbait's lesser half.
That's 100% true. I'm editing. I've been editing video for all morning, and yeah, that's totally true. She kills it in this one.
Oh, snap.
I don't know how, if I'm going to spoil anything. I don't know.
Okay, alright. Oh, man, this is going to be a great episode. I can just feel it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Cool.
I guess
So what's up?
Oh,
Yeah, what's up, man? What's up? What do you want to chat about? What's going on?
all right. I guess maybe just a couple of general questions. I'm sure that like you probably answered them before, but it's just like questionnaires for people who probably heard of you more than me. But it's just
God damn, you have a good voice for this. It's not like an intimidating voice. Like,
Damn, dude, Birdman's roasting you.
oh, it's cool. No, that's cool. All right, go ahead, continue.
all right. So anyway, MIB. I guess maybe just first off, like because we are the Kaiju War Chronicles committee, like we talk about kaiju stuff, all that. I think it's pretty obvious we know where our connections lie. Giant monsters forever.
I thought it was Paul Reiser.
I thought this was the Polarizer committee. I was brushing up on Man About You all day.
Yeah, he took.
This is what the podcast is about. It's the Paul Reiser War Chronicles.
Yeah, man. Giant monsters.
So I guess just a question for you is like where did you get your start with giant monsters? Like what was the thing that made you like hooked into the kaiju genre?
Whew. I mean, the first exposure was Godzilla versus Megalon on a VHS tape, like in really shitty quality. But I think what really hooked me came a few years later. Somewhere in the mid-90s when us American fans were starting to hear word about movies that had been made already in Japan that we weren't aware about because there was no internet or anything back then. And it was just this tremendous mystery, and the mystery hooked me in at first. Like, what are these films, and what does modern day Godzilla look like now? And then that's what it did it for me. Just learning about the Heisei era. While already kind of being familiar with the Showa and all the good shit,
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's the same origin story as a lot of people around my age, which I won't divulge. All right, it's 23, but
wow, is it?
Those were the days when everyone got excited over the Thunder Thighs saga.
That's interesting. It's always like I know a lot of people have have that kind of exposure, but it's still nice to hear it.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's see. Yeah, I do not have these questions prepared. They are just coming to me as I go because I completely forgot.
That's okay, because I don't have the answers prepared.
Okay, cool.
They're just also coming to me.
Besides Godzilla, unless there is someone who surpasses Godzilla, who's your favorite monster?
Massacre. Now, let me see. I think it's gonna be. I'm just kind of looking at. I have an answer in my mind, but I'm just looking at my toys to see if I'm overlooking anyone. Yeah, all right. It's probably Mecha King Ghidorah for me.
Really?
Yeah, I know.
That's an interesting one.
Yeah, I mean, I want to see more of that story. You know, like I wish that kind of spun off into something.
Yeah, that's actually. I would have never guessed that one.
Got you by surprise? Yeah, no,
Oh no, I'm delightfully. How does it go, Alex? The Star Wars thing.
Well,
sure.
is that one or
the surprise for sure, but a welcome one.
What?
Can't get backwards.
Yeah, no, I mean,
okay.
He's a mecha and he's a kaiju. It's the best of both worlds, and I'm a sucker for time travel. And he's got a kick-ass design, and I like this future police origin story. You know, I'd love to see a spin-off comic series or something about that one day.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's like when you get yourself into time travel, there are inevitably going to be holes. But like King Ghidorah, versus King Ghidorah is an enjoyably fun movie.
Right.
Watch, they'll do more of that
fucking
Mecha
nutty.
They'll do more
That's what I
Mecha King
love
Ghidorah stuff in the future, but it'll be the anime Ghidorah version.
Oh yes.
I somehow doubt that, but you know.
It's Toho.
They're gonna
It'll
combine.
be-
They're gonna combine the supernatural Cthulhu anime Ghidorah with nanometal from
Mechagodzilla.
Mechagodzilla City, and then you'll get Ultimate King Ghidorah. Anyway,
Ultimate Mecha King Ghidorah.
yeah. Oh my goodness. But anyway, yeah. Another question for you. I guess with Monster Island
we go.
Buddies, the series. What was the thing that kicked it off there? Like, I'm sure you probably made.
Here is Kaiju X, man.
Order, man. There's no sexy origin story. I was just chilling out, bored one night, and I had maybe 5 soft vinyl figures at that point, and I just wanted to play with them a little bit, and then I wanted to record it. And then I wanted to put it on YouTube and said, fuck it. Like, I never expected it to become anything, honest to God. I shot, I think, the first 3 or 4 episodes, like, in a day, because it was just cranking them out one after the other and just really playing with the toys. And it's great, because now I get to go back to my mom and say, I told you I'd find a way to make money playing with my toys.
MIB, I have no idea how in the world you made a living playing with your toys, but you're a lucky man. You are a lucky man.
No, you guys are the ones that make it what it is, so...
Aww.
But I am lucky, because I get the fucking... Although now, I'm trying to put some production value into it, and that is... that's reward. It's more reward, but it's also more work.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of taking the play time element a little bit out of it, but it's still a blast. So
right.
Yeah.
Finding new ways to kind of new ways to surpass yourself, I suppose. I think that's always the creative mindset.
Wow, yeah, I just want to keep giving you guys things you've never seen, or keep pushing myself to try to learn, the basics of some of these composite tricks and effects. I'm not even close to what Daikaiju Legends can do, but it's fun to keep surprising myself and you guys.
Absolutely, and we, like, for anyone that watches like Monster Island Buddies, we all, I think we can unanimously say we all appreciate it.
Thank you.
Agreed.
Oh, thank you, committee. I appreciate you.
Let's see. I'll give some of the others a shot. Let's see. Who wants to ask another question?
Speaking of Ghidorah,
All right.
for the upcoming Godzilla movie, do you think Ghidorah will die by Ligma?
Oh my gosh.
Wait, so what did I miss out on?
That's how we're starting it.
Yep.
I was gonna say yes. Sure.
So do you think... I may have misheard your answer. Do you think Ghidorah will die by Ligma?
I do.
Awesome. Then we're in for a good movie.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a 5-star movie.
Asking the important questions here, says Birdman.
Yeah, man. I didn't think I'd be challenged.
Flex your brain muscles.
So, like I was saying earlier, I'm working on next top 5 video, and it's a Valentine's video. And we're gonna do a live premiere for it. And so in the framing device, clickbait is being very flirty.
Oh boy.
And yeah, it's like this is tough to edit. But I think you guys would be very happy with this one. But but just trying to make the deadline because I got to get it out by Valentine's Day.
Right.
So. I think you'll enjoy it.
Birdman has a question. Are we finally going to get that Ghidorah incest orgy?
Did I promise?
I don't know.
Incest orgy?
I don't think so.
It's possible during a drunken live stream one night. Might have promised a Ghidorah family orgy.
I don't know. Descador might enjoy that.
Oh, Descador would definitely enjoy that one.
Sure. I like to think of it like the Ghidorah heads. They're not really brothers. Like the guys on each side of the center head are a couple of generations out already. They're like second cousins already. So another Ghidorah that might have been born in a neighboring egg or whatever, or Dorat trio, is like far removed already. It's almost impossible for incest
Okay, gotcha.
to occur in the Ghidorah Kingdom in my headcanon.
So it's that bordering line between you're not related to me and you're related to me.
Like, the heads next to you are the closest relatives, and they're not even that close. and you can't even reproduce the heads next to you anyway.
You know what the Ghidorah...
So go ahead, what's up?
You know what the Ghidorahs say? Incest is wincest.
That's exactly right. But you can't wincest when you're a Ghidorah. The heads on the other sides are like, you can't reproduce them.
Does that mean
Unless...
does that mean you can only lucest?
Yeah, maybe.
The only things Ghidorahs could do is deep throat each other.
Unless that still make them...
Unless they reproduce through parthenogenesis, like Godzilla from the '98 film,
or it's like the second Alien versus Predator movie where the Pred alien just like gives them shoves eggs down their throats, like deep throaty. That's how they reproduce.
That's a what? Can you imagine a kaiju that just like his thing or her thing was just plopping an egg and then walking up and cramming it down your throat?
Oh my god!
Just moving on to the next thing.
So what's going on?
Then there's a chest bursting kaiju.
Oh man!
Would it still be gay, Dora?
No.
What's going on?
We have Monster Island buddies in the chat. So,
I hardly know anything about that.
Grandpa Whitaker, go back
all
to
I
bed.
know is all I know is
Come
that,
back to bed.
that he killed off Ultraman in his series, the
Damn it,
heretic.
guys, you gotta talk more quiet. Woke up my grandpa.
Sorry about that.
This is why it is still this is why it's a bad idea for me to join the podcast. I mean, like, I got myself picked last time.
Jeez.
What? Was there drama?
I don't know, not much. It's because I kept going off topic.
He's the Geigen of this chat.
Say no more. I know exactly what you mean. Don't worry. We're all buddies here.
Dang it, I really want to go for that joke so badly. You know what? Forget it. I'm going for it. We're all Monster Island buddies here.
Oh. Took the bait like a mouse. And you
Yes!
You're mousy.
Wait a minute. I thought we were the lesbians.
That too. Can anyone
Oh no,
here,
I have a voice.
can anyone here, because I can't remember what every letter stands for in that?
I think it was like leagues and then something.
I thought it was like large, wasn't it? Like large, enormous was all I can remember. No, but enormous. No, wait, no, not enormous. Large. Yeah, enormous. I don't know. I can't remember.
Yeah, the lesbians are out to get you.
Oh my god.
This is the most people we've had in here this year.
They shoehorn lesbian representation into King of the Monsters. Just
Wait,
because-
you, or else we're gonna get you out of the lesbians.
Pinky.
Hey, I was doing it first.
I'm
Alright? I was doing it long before King of the Monsters, so they could suck it.
Aside from the
What's that?
No, wait, I gotta make a piece.
Anyway. But yeah, shoot. Anyway, let's see. Ultimate Ditto, if you're there, do you have a question for MIB?
Nah, he's still trying to focus on turning it into a good version of the anime trilogy.
No.
Okay. MIB. What is like your voice acting range? Like, how many voices can you do?
2. I'm not a voice actor at all. I'm not any sort of actor. Thank you though.
You sure? You could do a pretty good Space Godzilla.
Thank you. No, I just like to play, and part of that is just looking at a figure and its personality, and just kind of playing with what it might sound like to the best of my ability. But in my head, I only have like 2 voices: the Rodan voice, and then bitches.
And Destroyer is the voice that always says "fuck you."
That's the right.
No, wait.
Fuck you.
Ew.
Oh, I have the most terrible idea for a meme thing that I'm gonna post it somewhere on this server, but I'm not gonna like talk about it
Okay.
until I unleash it.
Okay. Right. Then I like the on the keyboard.
It's always aggressive typing.
What?
Okay, I will need a render of Bagam. I'm not sure if I can afford to spend all the time to make my own.
I need a bundle of sticks, a render of Bagan, and chewing gum. We don't have time.
I
Hurry.
can work with this.
We have to build our Bacon shrine now.
Anyway. But yeah, friggin' shoot. feel like
I like how low def all the Bagan pics are.
Oh, it might be. I guess likewise, if we could also ask you questions, you could also ask us questions, like, what we're about and all that fun stuff.
Sure.
right.
What would you say was the mission statement of the committee?
All right. The Kaiju, I guess to go to the Kaiju War Chronicles committee, I first have to kind of go into the Kaiju War Chronicles.
Okay.
The Kaiju War Chronicles is kind of like it's a subsection to a website known as Toho Kingdom. I'm sure you're probably familiar with it.
Yes.
So it's basically the KWC is a series of fan submitted matches. And you kind of go through a process, get it verified, make sure it's meets the standard, and then we make a banner.
So that we can upload your fan fiction to this official fan site.
Basically, that's basically it right there.
Oh, and just a little insider. Sometimes you get to call Mechanic Kong Prometheus.
Sometimes, and I don't even know what he did with Iris that one time.
Like match 2 or whatever. But anyway,
match 100, match 150.
Oh, 150. That's right. Yeah.
I don't really understand how Iris was used in that match.
It's
kind of
been a while.
I didn't really read the whole thing. I skim a lot of the longer matches.
All right.
Which one was 150?
That was the last small banner match. But anyway, KWC is just basically a series of fan fiction where you just have 2+ monsters go at and beat each other up, all that good stuff.
Right.
And with your totally biased opinion, deciding who wins, and sometimes there's a plot.
Sometimes.
in which it becomes actually fan fiction.
That's amazing.
But that said, the KWC committee, by extension, was just my way to just kind of gather a lot of people together, so that way, we could just have these podcastings for updates and occasionally bring in the special guest, like in this case, you.
Oh, respect.
So.
He's actually lying.
Really
it's just
badass.
about the blackjack and hookers.
Oh,
Yes.
Yes.
you could have just said that. You motherfuckers are all right. Well, that's super cool. You guys,
Oh yeah.
Yo, what? What?
Oh, I was about to predict it, but it should be noted that every 3 or 4 years the KWC goes on a really long hiatus.
Well, I mean...
and everyone makes jokes about either people having wives or things being retired and the world coming crashing down on us. Mostly Godzilla versus Jason.
Oh yeah, and
They can't live without
in case you're interested, after this call, what we typically do after a call is we all get large amounts of coke and do cocaine on a bunch of Mothras.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I'm not legal. I don't think I'm legal.
Don't take it as Abby. You can't tell them.
That's exactly what we do.
Don't tell them what we do.
Oh man, this is a trip. Oh my God.
I thought you were gonna say we get in black robes and go under the moonlight.
Oh, we also do that too sometimes.
Creed who shall win.
And
We call it spooky time.
and sacrifice and sacrifice Showa King Ghidorahs to our Lord and Savior, to our Lady and Savior Erebus.
Oh yeah.
I think that's more Saturday
I
morning.
sacrifice
Godzilla Source.
Oh, I actually have
Oh
kind of a
yeah,
question for
I forgot him.
Hang on a second.
MIB. Speaking of Ghidorah, have you ever
Yeah,
heard of
what's
Second Ghidorah?
Of who?
Second Ghidorah.
Sucking Ghidorah?
No,
No,
Ghidorah.
second.
The second. Are you aware of some official Toho material has said that there are 2 King Ghidorahs in the show series? Are you aware of that?
No.
Because they're not entirely sure if Zone Fighter is canon.
Oh, I always assumed it was.
I think it is.
Toho says it was, but its creator says it isn't.
Right. It's a little weird, but I think... wait. Oh my goodness, but freaking...
You're schooling me. I didn't know any of that.
Yeah,
Hang
there's
on.
a lot of
Which
really...
King Ghidorah?
Sure.
Isn't there two Showa Ghidoras?
I think,
Yeah, there's two Showa Ghidoras, so both origins are technically correct, aren't they?
Right. I think, that whole thing is really confusing, because it's like, there are some sources that say they're two Showa King Ghidorahs, implying that the one that appears in Gigan and Zone Fighter is the second one. It's like a weaker Ghidorah, apparently.
Yeah,
Okay.
because
Because
the first
Garoka's
Ghidorah
made
totally
it.
wasn't weak. Because his very first appearance, Ghidorah so wasn't defeated by a bunch of rocks.
Two angry dinosaurs and a worm.
Yeah, throwing rocks at him.
I got that reference. I just watched that film again recently.
Nice.
And you're very, very right. But wait, I remember that Gigan dies in Zone Fighter. Does King Ghidorah refresh my memory?
No, Ghidorah is I think the only Zone Fighter monster to survive the series.
Yeah,
Oh.
Yeah, Gigan's killed off in Zone Fighter. I know that.
Yeah. So, if either it's canon or not, why would it need to be a second? Bless you.
Yeah, I know.
Well, it might be. Think of it as Star Wars. Toho is trying to be Star Wars with useless knowledge.
It's like it's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine on its own, but then Toho decides to say, let's add more stuff so that way it makes it look like, we gave it more thought at the time, though they probably didn't. I feel like that's the situation going on here, because it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate because there are some, more Toho material that's come out that said, oh, this and this. Did you know that the Destroy All Monsters Baragon was adopted by Rodan?
No!
I think that was
mistranslation,
wasn't it?
Wait, what was that?
I thought that was confirmed.
Yeah, mistranslation.
Oh, that's a mistranslation. Ah.
Yeah. So
Having something like Japanese, it works. Ireland in Japanese, it sounds like Rodan, so they got confused.
Oh, okay. Okay, so he was raised on Monster Island then.
Yes, not by Rodan.
Damn it!
No, but this is perfect.
I know.
Remember what I was saying before? It was the mystery that was hooking me because this world was so fascinating.
Yeah, I guess
but
so.
you're only getting it in dribs and drabs. That's kind of how it is with news traveling.
Yeah,
from
that's true.
Japan to here. Translations, not exact matching in translations, mistranslate. That's it.
I mean, it does add ambiguity, which, it can be disappointing at times, but it's also half the fun, so...
Yeah, I have a lot of fun doing the research. That's why I like doing the top 5 show, and, the shows that give you a lot of context. This is so fun for me.
Yeah. I think even, I remember watching a couple of your top 5 stuff and being like, oh, friggin', that friggin' one weird-ass manga where it was, the guy getting laid by the alien chick...
Yeah,
that was weird.
Yeah, and it sucks is I found.
I'll have to do Godzilla again.
Weirder manga since that one.
Oh man, that sounds great.
So is this upcoming top 5 going to be top 5 thickest kaiju?
Yes.
Nah. With the two C's?
Yeah, it's just all the Hazes,
Yes.
all the high C's.
It's just all destroying Space Godzilla.
Can that just be the next one?
There was all this different angle to Space Godzilla's thighs.
Nice.
Oh, also, speaking of, how do I say this? Not common knowledge of Godzilla material, there's actually a story of Destroyer and Manila falling in love.
Oh,
Yeah, it's true, right, guys?
What? A canon story? Or
Yeah, canon story. Kaiju X.
Okay.
Do we?
Well,
I'm wanting to remember. Do not mention it.
I'm gonna need more context.
We
No,
not
it
speak of
no,
this.
it didn't happen.
So Minya just had like a birthday party with all the kaiju being there.
gosh.
Oh my god.
Godzilla's out of the house because
Oh,
he's
no.
I forget the actual context, but Minya finds
Oh,
Destroy
that
on his bed and
Mothra.
dead.
Oh my
One
goodness,
thing
wait,
or
yeah,
another.
I remember this now.
What the?
What? Kaiju, you forgot?
Yeah, I actually forgot, but
Never
don't
forget that.
Gosh darn it. No, don't
I
worry
still
about it,
have
Alex.
PTSD.
Well,
It's
now
just
you'll want to remember again.
Alex is just jagging around. It's not actual material, it's just freaking, it's just freaking dumb
right.
fan
I'm just fucking with you. It's, not,
Jesus.
it's just some weird
Some
fan
weird
making
fancy.
something.
I was writing my notes very hastily over here.
Yeah, I can just see it now. MIB with the friggin' like tiny notepad and a tiny pencil just scribbling away.
Well, the joke's on you. I actually do have a tiny notepad, but it's not.
Content for a new episode.
Oh man,
That'll be
that
next
would have been
episode.
so good if I didn't reveal it was a joke and that he did like a research gun like
Oh my
Vanilla and Destroy what's
Oh,
banged.
Oh,
shit.
no.
But
That'd be
seriously,
an
poor
episode?
Minya, he would be crushed by that thickness.
Please.
Yeah, I believe the original narrative inferred they were humanized, so that may explain something, but it's like I could just only imagine freaking. Oh my gosh.
It's funnier to think
My
that they're
counter
monsters.
was this.
Well, who knows? I mean, I have the manga
It
adaptation
is
of it, and it's
finished, my
different,
dude.
but I don't know exactly what's happening in it. So,
Right. Oh, which
I'm
one?
about to
Destroyer?
unleash it. 3, 2. I'm gonna mark it as a spoiler.
Oh, very
Okay.
nice.
Alright. Gosh
Oh.
darn it.
Oh,
Gosh darn it.
Gosh,
okay.
Shackham.
Wow.
Oh man. Anyway,
I'll be back. I gotta get.
Okay, have fun with that.
oh yeah. That's right. Actual question here. What is
Sure.
What is your favorite Godzilla movie, or Godzilla movie, and then favorite Kaiju movie?
Okay. I mean, it's a boring answer, but it's Gojira. It's the original. I mean, it's like not just a great kaiju movie. It's a great movie. It's just like great cinema. So, nothing. As much as I love the others, they don't come close to that one for me.
well,
Agreed.
favorite
It's a very good
excluding
answer.
that one.
Thanks. Favorite what?
Favorite excluding that one.
Okay. Changes a lot, but lately it's kind of been definitely not Ghidra the three-headed monster.
It's Godzilla's Revenge, isn't it?
Oh, it's
Is it Megalon?
Nah,
No, you can say it. We'll accept it.
guys, he loves the anime trilogy.
I really, you know what? It's probably gonna be Godzilla versus Destoroyah because burning form Godzilla is my favorite. Yeah, I fucking love that burning Godzilla design. So,
False alarm. Dinner's not ready. Oh no.
oh man, I was starving.
Done again.
Must have Kaneki on.
Gosh darn it.
When is
Here's a-
Kamakidon getting in?
I got another good question.
Okay.
When's
Out of
Kamakidon
the five recent Godzilla movies, this counts 2014 Shin in the anime trilogy. Which is your favorite out
Ooh,
of those
that's-
5?
2014 because the other 4 are trash.
Well, this is MIB's question, but thank you for answering.
That's why the important people answer.
Anyway,
Okay. Before I answer, I need to disclaim that I don't think any of them are particularly exceptional. So, by saying this one's my favorite is not saying like I'm not saying like I love this movie, but
Right, right.
it's Shin Godzilla for me.
all right.
You just broke my heart.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you see my 2014 review? You would have known I wouldn't have picked that one.
Yeah.
Oh, I
You
know.
had a heart, TVC?
I thought it would have been the anime trilogy.
No.
Nah,
You did like the part where everyone ate the soup?
But yeah, freaking yeah, I totally like if I were in your shoes, like if I were answering that question. Well, it's 20. That's a hard one for me because it's like, yeah.
Hey, don't break my heart as well.
Sorry, Alex, I'm gonna break your heart. Out of the 5, I'm probably gonna say. Now I'm on Alex's hate list for life. I'm saying out of the 5, the modern movies. I'm just saying out of the modern movies. Shin for me. Shin is. I'm gonna acknowledge it now. It's imperfect. I think there are some spots where it could have improved upon, or some spots that it could have just been more extreme with. Like clearly, what it wanted to convey was Japan, and I feel like you could have just made like I didn't mind the characters being relatively one-dimensional if you wanted to go with the whole it's Japan versus Godzilla angle.
Right.
So I just feel like, surprisingly, I think less characterization would have helped the movie, if you ask me.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, as if, like, the character is Japan, and then there's another character that's America. And then,
yeah, totally.
Yeah. No, I gotcha. I picked up on that, too.
So,
and I totally hear what you're saying.
Right. But not only that, it's in a lot of ways, like, Shin Godzilla for me... Shin Godzilla for me in a lot of ways is
I have a cold and my nose is a chainsaw.
Alright, gotcha, man. Alright, Kitsune Soldier. I'm just gonna mute you for a little bit so that way everyone can hear me say what I need to say because this is kind of important for me right now. Shin Godzilla for me, I think, like I said, it has a lot of faults, but it also, like, it's kind of like the movie I've kind of wanted. It's weird to say because I know there could have been spots it could have been improved on, but it feels like just what I wanted, like a 54 remake set in the modern day with a strong theme behind it and directed by Hideaki Anno. Like for sure. Yeah, it just and make it weird. Like take Godzilla in an unexpected direction, and it did. It really did.
Yeah. You know what I was? There's a fan theory you might have heard that I heard that I like the theory more than the movie now. And that's being that it literally is Godzilla's resurgence, as in it's the original 1950s Gojira coming out of the water, and he's like slowly regenerating, and that's what those different evolutionary forms are.
It might be. I wouldn't get too attached because Toho would say, "Oh, that's too interesting."
There's already, I forgot what or where, but there's already that theory down. But it's still a fun theory.
That's a fun. I mean, it kind of matches up when you think of the timeline. Like, because I know the movie kind of states it's like 50. Like Goromaki was kind of it was like radiation was being dumped in the ocean, and the creature that would become Godzilla's been evolving over the last 50 years or something. So
right, yeah,
that's interesting.
I thought that was a fun one. You guys know of any good fan theories or anything?
Birdman gave the best answer of them all. My favorite modern Godzilla film is that one episode of Crayon Shin-chan.
I have a favorite fan theory.
Yeah, what's that?
In Godzilla King of the Monsters, Godzilla will become so powerful he could eat his own ass.
Walked right into that one.
Oh man.
Right.
I'm gonna unmute Saltmons now, and hopefully,
no, Godzilla becomes so powerful that he gets the N-word pass.
Anyway,
also, has anyone checked my spoiler?
I did. I got suckered into it. Well played. Anyway, let's see. I think, ooh, I have a very interesting question for you, MIB. What would be either... feel free to divide into 2 answers if you want to. What is your least favorite or most hated monster movie?
In Toho?
Like, just monsters in general.
Oh, I tend not to like the ones that are just insects, in general. So that includes a lot of monsters, but that was definitely the first thing that came to my mind. I mean, they're all right. They were never used in any interesting way, just except to be stock, monsters that are attacking with a different design. There's rarely anything changed besides that it's just a spider or a primantis or a worm or an ant or whatever.
What's wrong with
that? Imaginative.
Huh. All right.
My brother identifies as insectkin.
Squash him then. He deserves to be exterminated.
What's your answer to that, Kaiju?
Yeah, that's interesting. I could see that partially because insects are not mammals. We are a very biased species in that sense because it's like we cannot identify an insect in the same way we'd be able to identify with a dog. So it's like. Not only that, with how they're written most of the time, it's just like, oh, they're going to multiply a lot. Oh, they're going to, do this, do that. So it's like, it's kind of limited. And I can see that.
I mean, and I don't even go that deep. I mean, for me, it's just like, I don't understand. I assume that an ant that's a kaiju size is still not exceptionally, have a good defense system against someone like Godzilla with atomic weapons.
Right. But it also depends on.
It was a good matchup for him,
Oh, right. But I think that also depends on how they're written in, and I think how they're handled, which is the most important part.
Yeah.
I actually have another question too. I think of for the MonsterVerse stuff, when we get to Godzilla versus Kong. I guess it's hard to say that it's just pure fun speculation.
Right.
But what would you like to see in the future after Godzilla vs. Kong?
Is there a future after that?
Destroyer and Shin Godzilla fuse into back end.
Gosh darn it. But, yeah, I mean, it's like, it hasn't been, I don't think it's definitive yet, whether there will be or not, but let's say that there is. Where would you think where do you think it'll go, or what do you, what's your thought on that?
What I would love is, I mean, it's gonna sound like another attempt to copy, but what I would love is, some of these monsters to get their own films without Godzilla before they kind of meet up later on and destroy all monsters or whatever. Like Violante could have a film, Hedorah could have a film. They all could have these interesting stories instead of kind of retreading that they're nothing but a foe against more interesting monsters. Or good monster kaiju too could have a movie, but I would want to see them do more stuff like that. I would love to see other interpretations of Legendary's interpretations of Toho monsters.
Right.
Also, I would love a Pacific Rim crossover via interdimensional doorway or whatever.
All right, Pacific Rim crossover.
Did trespasser.
We all know we want a Jet Jaguar film. That's the highest priority.
Yes.
I want
a Jet Jaguar solo movie all the way.
Yeah.
I want a Jet Jaguar. I want a Jet Jaguar Jaeger hybrid.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Now you are speaking our language.
How about Jet Jaguar piloting?
Transform into a jet and a Jaguar.
Shit. Now I might have to get a Jaeger and paint it.
How about
Hang on a second, Joe has something to say. What was that?
How about a shot-for-shot remake of Godzilla vs. Megalon?
It's funny you say that. I've thought of that before too. What that might look like.
That would be weird.
It makes me include the New Max in that truck scene.
That's something the fans would have to do. That's something I don't think a studio could do. But if there were some fans that were really dedicated,
dedicated and get off in the cinema.
Yeah.
Boy, I saw a lot of people watching the movie. I don't know watching the movie.
For me personally, with the question I mentioned, I would actually like to see not just the Toho monsters being reinvented for the MonsterVerse. I would adore to see American monsters getting reinvented for the MonsterVerse, or just other monsters in general, like Gorgo or Rhedosaurus.
Right.
Ew, no one likes Gorgo.
Well, what about Kappa?
What about Kappa?
Oh yeah, we all love Kappa. Gappa's very
if
important.
if you don't like Gappa, if anyone on this server, if you don't like Gappa, you make Gappa angry.
How about Prometheus? Let's add Prometheus.
I'm sorry, that
Death
Alien
Kappa?
prequel failed.
No, not that Prometheus. The
The other one.
Prometheus.
Anycom.
What about Death Kappa?
Oh gosh, not Death Kappa. Oh yeah, them remake.
Yes,
yeah, I'm
Death
with
Kappa.
Birdzone on that one. Them remake. Even though I know MIB's just as like not huge in the insects, it's like I think nothing wrong with the swarm invasion. I don't think there's any harm in that.
No, a swarm is great, especially like I like the idea of a hive mind too.
How
Like,
about
that
a
is awesome.
how about a live action remake of that scene from City on the Edge of Battle where the Servum attack Yuko in that pit?
Oh gosh. Oh no.
Context, please. I haven't seen Anime Trilogy, which is good.
Well then, you are a lucky man, I guess.
I don't sound lucky. It sounds hot.
Oh, okay.
So let me take one more, and then I'm gonna run back to hitting this top 5 because I got this fucking Valentine's Day deadline.
I got you, man. It's
I'm a
fine.
fan.
Oh, it's perfectly fine, my dude. So,
Yeah.
Ooh.
all right. Anyone here have
Go
one
ahead,
more
make
question?
your one.
I have a question.
Yes.
Here we go.
What is your like favorite movie, just in general?
Ooh.
Not counting Kaiju, I guess.
Yeah, I like cerebral stuff. I like Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. I like Brazil. Terry Gilliam Library. I love trippy stuff like Pi, Requiem for a Dream. Like I love thought-provoking stuff. Just stuff that really grabs your brain, twists it around a little.
Ooh.
Sounds painful.
I also just I didn't mention this because it's not my favorite movie, but I'm also like just in general I'm into old films, B films, public domain crap. I like schlock, all the all that kind of stuff.
Oh
too.
yeah, but schlock's a lot of fun when you get into it.
Sure.
Oh.
All right. This was a lot of fun.
Oh, I got a question.
Oh,
Okay, get it in there.
If you could end either world hunger, poverty, or bring back the Paul Reiser show, which one would you do?
Poverty.
okay.
Poverty. Paul Reiser's had more than
Can
enough.
I make sure that climate change apocalypse doesn't happen instead?
And also, Paul Reiser's doing just fine. He's in spoilers. He's no longer in Stranger Things.
Oh, shucks.
But he'll get on his feet. He's Paul Reiser.
As long as he lives, he will always find something to do.
Wouldn't it be weird if he died tomorrow?
Oh my gosh, that would be so.
We'd all be
Oh.
screwed up.
Did the KWC predict Paul Reiser's death?
I know, right? I didn't mean to go dark there, but like that's
right.
really weird.
I mean, you
And
never know. You never know.
We would all be like bonded by that for the rest of our lives.
Oh, that did happen. That did happen with me once.
Really?
Me and my friend were talking about Ghostbusters one day, and then I came home. We were at school, and I came home, and I found out that Harold Ramis died.
Oh my
All
god.
right.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
rough.
Cue the news headline saying, "Did Joe kill
Yeah,
Harold?"
right? Guys, you roll. I gotta get back to editing.
All right, gotcha.
So I can make you
It
proud.
was really,
Okay.
really nice to have you here, man. I'm super happy that you were able to just make the time, get on here. Ah, man.
No problem.
Yeah,
This was
it's
a lot
an
of
honor
fun.
meeting you, man.
Thank you. Whoop. Yeah, thank you. It was a lot of fun for me. I mean it.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Thank you.
a lot of fun.
Yeah, lots of fun.
All right.
Talk to you
It
guys
was
soon.
very cool.
All right. Well,
See you later, man.
yeah, you're more than
See ya.
happy to come back if you have the time, or if you're not busy, just chill out, hang out. So
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
probably
And then I
not.
hang up. Could you imagine?
Oh man.
No, of course. Happy to.
All right, but yeah. Take care, man.
See you,
Yeah,
man.
See ya.
Bye.
Happy Valentine's Day.
All right, that was a lot of fun having having MIB there. Oh wait, he's still here.
Oh.
I saw birds
Hey,
only.
he'll always be here. KWCC, he's definitely leaving. Birdman
He
has a
belongs
gun
to us
him.
now.
He's our hostage.
Yeah, I believe there should be a hang up phone button in there somewhere. Oh my gosh! But yeah, for you.
He's now sitting back judging us.
Oh man. I can't believe it. It's just like, oh, it was a lot of fun having MIB there, assuming he was the first one to leave. Gosh darn. Okay, but yeah, shoot. Let's see. I think there should be a disconnect option somewhere. Yeah, I don't use much of the. I really wish I could give him tips on that, because I don't use Discord much on my phone for calls. So it's yeah, that's. Well, anyway, that's a good hour right there. I guess we could just.
Shortest episode ever.
Yes.
Right. I mean, to be fair, I think next time, yeah, I think we could
Next time
probably,
will be the awards.
to be perfectly frank, I think we can probably end the episode here, and then we'll just do the next 2-hour session for. Yeah, again, next week we're gonna be next week or the week after we'll be holding another one for just regular KWC stuff, and that one will probably go the full 2 hours. So.
Mm-hmm.
It's an honor to meet you, sir.
So anyway,
great
with that said, this has been okay. Yeah, as you heard right there, folks, this is not the only KWCC for the month. We have one dedicated to our guest, and we will have one dedicated to I guess Valentine / regular KWC stuff. So either next week or the week after, whenever's available, we'll all meet up again and we'll just have a regular KWCC. So until then, folks, see you later.
Bye.
Bye. See ya.
We still have
Bye.
MIB hostage.